My name is Alison Thompson. I'm from Australia, but I live in America. And I'm a full-time humanitarian going around the world, mainly in natural disasters, but the last few years it's also been man-made disasters. My mother taught me about unconditional love, and my father was a preacher, so I grew up in the church. And for me it's about love in action, and that's what I do. I try to give people unconditional love. And sometimes we have nothing to give, but we give them a big hug, and they hug you and they try to pull away, but we hug them more. And in a few seconds you can feel them releasing of all the pain and the suffering they have, and we just have that moment of unconditional love, and no race and no barriers, and just love. And that's my mission, love. You know, I've been all over the world the last 20 years and seen all the disasters and so much suffering, including the Syrian refugees. But this in Venezuela is just breaking my heart, because it's so tragic, and every person has such a tragic story. Yesterday we listened to a woman who bought some milk for her baby, and it had paint in it, and the baby went to a coma. And then the next person got shot and lost his leg. And women are walking up the streets, 8-month pregnant with 5 kids and holding another baby. You know, just the things we see are so tragic. I don't know if the world really knows what's going on, but thousands of people are walking hundreds of miles to get to safety. It's just so devastating. Our organization is called Third Wave Volunteers. It was after the tsunami. The first wave destroyed everything. The second wave was a 60-foot wave that killed over 300,000 people in 13 countries. And the third wave is all the volunteers that flooded in from around the world. And they would come in and say, can we help? Because we got rejected by this big organization because we didn't have a master's degree and this. I said, everyone's welcome. You don't need any skills, you know, giving out the water, playing with the kids, keeping them busy. There were so many jobs. And then I would see people out there doing amazing things. So over the years, we collect more and more and more volunteers. We never reject anyone. I saw something today that I've never seen before anywhere around the world in any of the disaster response. And there were the ladies from Operation Blessing washing the people's feet, and it made sense because they're walking hundreds of miles, they have blisters and cuts, and their feet are bruised and sore. So just gently putting them in some cold water and washing them with soap and treating the cuts and healing them, and just the tender loving care, the love rubbing into the feet. It reminded me of growing up in the church when Jesus washed people's feet as well. So that made me move so much, and she was singing so sweetly. I felt healing inside me as well, and it was so peaceful. And I think I'm going to start to do that too around the world. My prayer is always love and for peace and for the Venezuelan people. I know it's very, very, very hard, but just know there are people out there that love you and that embrace you, and there's someone up there that loves you too. And just know that, and with that peace, you can move mountains, because they say that if you have a faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to that mountain, move, and it will move. And I'm a living witness of that all over the world. I go and I don't have much money or anything, but then I have the faith, and I see these mountains and the big problems move. And you have to believe that, because it's so true. It's all about love.